Hello, I am Jillian from the Stonery podcast. I'm joined here today by Courtney from Hippie, a
Hi.
business based in Michigan, right?
Yes. Yep.
Awesome. And we're here to talk all about you. So if you'd like to do any sort of introduction or talk about any opening thing you want to talk about, tell us a little bit about you and Hippie.
Yeah. So I am a stay-at-home dog mom that just kind of started this business because I had a thrifting problem with my best friend.
I love
We yeah, we used to live in a hippie house with like six other people, and that's kind of how this started, was because my best friend and I would like always just go on adventures all day long, um, and like look for fun things. And then my husband was like, "What are you guys gonna do with all this stuff that you guys found?" And we're like, "Upcycle it."
that.
So that's kind of how this all started. And um, over the years, I think I've saved like I want to say like I want to say like 2,500 items from the landfill.
Oh my
That,
gosh.
yeah, that includes like trays, clothing, um, like really anything I can like feel, oh, that would be cute as something else. I really like to make trash into treasure. So
No, I love
that's,
that.
yeah. And I think it's really cool that you can be like, okay, I'm just going to show you, for instance, like a record. Okay. Like I made this record and it's just a plain old record. And then I was like, oh, I'm just going to paint it. And like, I just,
Oh,
I
that's
just think,
gorgeous.
I just think that's really cool that you can do that. So that's kind of how this started and how it continues. And I meet a lot of really interesting, fun people by doing this because a lot of my art is like
Yeah.
in the EDM world. So, um, I just meet a lot of fun people and they're very nice to me. And like, it just makes me feel really good about what I'm doing. So that's why I
I
keep doing
love
it.
that. Having the community that is like wholesome and like kind and there for you, that's part of why I love working at Kefi so much. Our customers are just honestly the best.
The best. And it's like, seriously, I just feel so lucky that I found a little group of people that support me and are just so sweet and nice to me. And it's just like, it's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, I know you started it just kind of like for shits and giggles with your friend, but now is it more of a full-time thing or is it still like a part-time thing you do?
Yeah. I'm a full-time artist.
I love
Yeah, it's really fun. And I'm very lucky because my husband, my husband supports my dream and he really, um, he just really supports me in everything that I do. So I'm very lucky in that sense also because he's always like, oh, he's always looking for things for me to like upcycle or like, always trying to bring in like a new customer for me because he's like, oh, my wife can make that for you.
that. Oh, I love that. He's your biggest supporter.
He is just the best. He's the best.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And honestly, goals one day, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm very, very lucky to have what I have. And I just, that's why I try to, um, bring out put my personality into all my pieces as much as I can, just because that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
That's how I spread the joy, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, so where do you typically like source your like thrifted items? Do you have a specific stores that you love that like don't like call out all your spots, but also like do you have like any recommendations or anything like that for somebody who wants to like thrift, you know? I always
Um,
find the worst spots for thrifting.
yeah, you honestly the smaller towns where your Salvation Armies are like the best ones. But
Okay.
really, a lot of my stuff I've put my feelers out. I've been doing this for a long time since, so the area I've lived in for 5 years. So actually 6 years. So, the people in the area kind of know that I collect like random items and things like that. So they'll send me
Oh,
messages
cool.
on Facebook and be like, "Hey, do you want this?" I have a random amount of like whatever, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And it's mostly usually like coffee mugs and like trays and stuff like that because, whatever. But yeah, I get a lot from just like people giving me things that they don't want anymore. And then,
Cool.
yeah. And then also, going to Salvation Armies. Um, I spend a lot of, I don't really, not anymore. I don't spend a lot of time there because I've tried to like reel it in a little bit.
Hey, that's my grandma's favorite store. She goes there like once a week. She knows all the employees, and every time I visit, she's like, "Do you need anything?" And I send her on a mission, you know?
She loves it. She loves it. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, it's super fun, but spending lots of time in the thrift store. That's literally how this all started.
I love that.
Yeah, I love
Especially with
her.
your bestie too.
Yeah, it's fun. We don't really do it together anymore because she has her own, she's kind of gone on her own separate journey, which, that's fine. So yeah, but we used to have a joint business together, but now I kind of went off on my own, but she still comes over and we craft all the time, so it's fun. Yeah.
I love that. So, what does your like day to day life look like with your company? With your business?
Well, I first am a housewife, so I get my husband off to work every day, then I take care of the children, if you will, the dog, the babies, and then I start on whatever projects I have going on right now. I have like I do like tie dye and stuff too. So I have like specific days where I do like, my tie dye on this day, and then I do my pressing on this day, just so it's like, so it's really so I can just kind of keep it together so I can have a schedule for myself because this is all
Yeah.
that I really do.
Well, I bet it also helps with mess.
Yeah.
Keeping the house clean.
Yeah, it does. I have a specific area for everything, and I'm like, don't touch that because it's specific areas. Most of my days are really just kind of spent with my dogs and doing hydro hippie stuff. My bestie, my other bestie, he's not. You can't see him right now, but his name's Jax, and he is literally my heart and soul living out of my body. So the two of us are always together. So he's always usually with me crafting or like, I say that he's quality control. So he's always like checking
Oh,
stuff to make sure like, did you do a good job? And I'm like, yeah, see? And he's like, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
We all need emotional support.
For sure. Especially nowadays.
Oh yeah, no kidding. So the designs that you put on your shirts, kind of like this one, my pretty pothead shirt.
Yes.
Where do you come up with these ideas?
So, most of the time, it's just like I see a picture and I'm like, oh, that'd be a really cool shirt. That'd be really cool
Yeah.
looking shirt or whatever. I also do have a really good my printer who I work with, he like is always looking for like really cool designs to purchase for we have like a community of small businesses that use his printing services. So he like gets
Oh.
like he's like, oh, I'll look for really cool designs for you guys, So that's where I get some of them, but most of them I do design myself, and it's just people just say like, I like this. What could you do with this? So that's pretty much how it goes. I have a little medicine before I start, and then I start my work.
I love it. I love it. Yes, we will get more into the Canna talk in a little bit because
Yeah.
that's the stonery. I just wanted to talk about you and your stuff before we got into that.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm really interested to learn about you and hopefully tell as many people as I can reach with this, about you
Thank
and your
you.
stuff. Yeah,
Thank you so
yeah. I
much.
mean, I love all the stuff you made me. My lighters. I've already used most of them. They're dead.
Oh, the
I need to get
lighters.
some more.
The lighters. That's really how people know me, is because I started making Grizz lighters with like Grizz's album art on it, and I started pressing
Okay.
them out for Christmas. But the first year I did it, I gave money back to the because I'm not sure if you know about Grizz's 12 Days of Christmas that he
I
does.
don't. I'm a little unfamiliar with Grizz.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, he does this really cool thing around the holidays every year where he does 12 Days of Christmas, and like every day is a different event. And Every single penny of those 12 days of Christmas and his Christmas events, like the Christmas show or whatever, all go to 7 Mile Music, which is a music kids music corporation in Detroit that helps kids like get musical instruments.
Oh my
So
god.
yeah,
I
it's
love that.
yeah, super duper cool. So I always try to do something to like give back to that in addition to like just buying my ticket to Christmas and like buying merch and everything. Um
That's awesome.
yeah, but the first year that I did the lighter thing with the Grizz's artwork, I gave I think it was like 300 or 350 back to the kids, and that just I was very happy that I could do that, and it just made me feel so good. And I was just I'm like, some kid's gonna get a musical instrument because of all of this, because of my lighters that I made. Like,
Yeah.
that's just crazy. So yeah, Grizz and his show love, spread love really inspires me a lot also in my crafting journey. And So Down too. He's my favorite saxophone player.
Oh my god, what's his name? I just wrote down Grismas. I gotta write this one down.
So Down. He's the best. So Down is from Colorado, and oh my gosh, he's the best. He's so talented in everything he does, and I love him.
It's awesome. That sounds like a huge, like, fulfilling and incredibly fun kind of event, you know? Like I
The
love
best.
seeing stuff like that.
It literally puts my heart back together every year. Like, it just makes me feel so good because Grizz fam is just a different type of fam. They are just so you're the second you meet somebody, you're their best friend. That's just how everyone is in Grizz fam. So it's just really, like you said, rewarding, and everyone is just so nice and so you're just so happy to be there. How could you not be? Because
That's
everyone's like,
amazing.
Bestie, love you.
Yes, I love it. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So you said a lot of your customers tend to come from EDM. How many of your customers are stoners?
Well, I would say like 99.9% of them.
Hell
Really.
yeah.
Honestly, like, who isn't nowadays, though? You know what I mean? Because, like, you got to.
Yeah, if you're not smoking, you might try it in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
You know?
You might need to. I need to. Yep.
Yeah. No kidding. No kidding. I love that. Like, do you have customers that are just there for the vibe at all? Or like,
Yeah, I do. I do. And it's funny because you can always kind of tell, like, which ones are not, like, stoner friendly because they're like, oh, I like your trays and stuff, and I like your lighters, but I don't really use that kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, girl, but that's okay. I really make everything, you know?
yeah.
So I really do.
And trays are good for trinkets.
That's what I say too. I'm like, if you could put anything on there that you wanted, it could be a trinket tray. It's just a tray, you know, like,
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love it.
yeah,
All right, so let's get into the fun stuff. What
Yes.
kind of canna consumer are you? Do you like flour, edibles, concentrates?
I'm a dab girly. I think that my insides are made up of dabs and Red Bull, basically.
Yeah.
Peach Red Bull specifically.
Oh my god, I love it. The peach one. See, I've been fucking with the cherry sakura one myself. That one's been really good. The new
I
one.
tried that one. It was okay. It was all right. My favorite used to be the coconut one, but now it's the
Oh.
peach.
The coconut one's really good too.
Did you try that purple one?
The purple one? I don't
Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my God. Last year there was right when the pink one came out, there was a purple one that came out with it, like a lot, like kind of with it. Oh my gosh. It was the best one ever. And I don't know if they're ever going to bring it back, but
That's so sad. I hate when they do that.
it was so good. Yeah. I don't really like that the light blue one either. I mean, it's okay, but I'm definitely,
Yeah.
each one. So good.
So you're definitely a Red Bull fan. Do you drink coffee? Like every day drink your go-to? Like I do drink a Red Bull every day, honestly.
Yeah, I honestly I just drink like Red Bull and water. My husband always makes fun of me because I walk around with like my emotional support Stanley all the time. and he's always like, "Girl, that thing's always, yeah, exactly." Um, and
My best
actually,
friend.
I got mine at the thrift store for $5. Okay, and it's a big Stanley. It's a big one and I actually for
That's
some reason don't have it right now. So, but anyway, it's huge, and I only got it for $5. What
That's
did you? That's why.
amazing.
That's why I thrift.
No, real. And honestly, that's the best way to budget and save money. You can still
Yeah.
get like really extravagant toys that are just like maybe a little bit used. You can get an old laptop for pretty cheap or
Right.
anything really,
Yeah. Just a little dust it off a little. It'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Get a Clorox wipe. It'll be good.
It'll be good. Yeah,
No, I
honestly,
get
everyone
that.
everyone
For
should be
real.
thrifting because it is a very good way to keep everything out of the landfill. And so people donate brand new things and they've like never used it and they just like it's fine, just donate it. So you
Yeah.
never know what you can find.
Back to cannabis.
Yes.
Do you use a glass rig? Do you use a e-rig?
I use a glass rig most of the time. And I sometimes use vapes, but I have asthma, so sometimes the vapes do like bother my asthma a little bit. But otherwise a glass rig. For sure.
Nice.
Yeah. It's actually really cool. It looks like an octopus, and my husband and I, we love that thing. It's very cool.
I love
Sadly,
it.
it's cracked, but I'm not gonna get a new one because it still works. So
If it's functional, then I wouldn't.
you good.
I mean, I have a Puffco and my original top, it just chipped on the bottom. So I
Oh,
was still
no.
using it.
Yeah.
And eventually it took a tumble and the whole thing broke, so I had to replace it. But I got donuts now.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. That's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want to get that for my Puffco. I have a Puffco too, but
You have a
I don't
Puffco?
really.
It's a Pulsar piece,
Okay.
and it was only like $50. It wasn't like $80 like the other toppers are.
That's cute. I think I'm gonna get that. That's really adorable.
If you don't get that one, Pulsar has a bunch of cute ones, and there's a lot of different cute custom Puffco toppers and some like brands that are doing Puffco toppers
Yeah. I haven't really gotten into that, but I'm going to because that thing is cute.
now. Yeah, you'll have to. You'll have to. You'll have to let
Oh,
me
I
know
like
what you
your
get
little
too.
necklace. Is that a little ghost on your necklace?
Yes. Oh, thank you for pointing this out. This
That's
is
so cute.
actually made by Danky Beard Glass on Instagram. He's the glass blower that works with Keffy. He works in our warehouse, and he's a really cool guy. I'm hoping to get a lot more pieces of his, but he was selling this little ghost. So I was like, I had to have it.
So cute. That's so cute.
Yeah. When you're smoking, are you usually smoking to medicate or to get high, or depends on the time of day?
Um, kind of both, really, because
Yeah.
life's crazy and life is stressful. So the only way that I really know how to get through the day and not snap on people sometimes, because sometimes people
Oh,
are
trust me.
silly.
A little silly is a nice way of putting that.
But yeah, I just I do it for funsies and also just because I just need to. I need to because I have to deal. If I'm gonna be dealing with people, I just feel like it's just better for all parties involved if I just have a little smoke.
Takes the edge off.
Yeah, it really
Like,
does.
lets you communicate without. I feel like personally, I don't get as like it's just angry. I don't get as emotional.
Yes,
I
exactly.
understand things don't like. It's not personal. Like I really struggle with taking things personally when I'm
Me too.
sober.
Me too. Me too. And also, I always am like overthinking as to what I'm saying. Like, oh my God, I hope that doesn't sound weird as why did I just say that? Oh my gosh. But like, but I,
No, I feel that.
when I'm high, it's just like, whatever, who cares?
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. So when you pick your cannabis strains, what do you typically do? Like how do you shop? Do you go into like a local dispensary cuz you're in a legal state, right?
Yes, I sure am. Yeah, I just go into the dispensary and I usually just ask the person like, what do you like? or like what kind of, if I were to pick this brand, like which would you suggest? And usually the people are pretty good about, suggesting things. Or if something just sounds good to me, I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. I'm really not very. I know a lot of people are very particular about their strains and all that. But I'm just not. I mean, I like to smoke a certain like Pineapple Express if Pineapple Express is there.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
yeah. Hell
Um,
yeah.
but like, I'll just smoke like whatever. And it doesn't really, if it sounds good, sure, I'll smoke it. Is it gonna get
Yeah.
you high?
That was
Sure.
always my favorite way to shop. Every time I go somewhere, I want to know, what do you smoke? Like, what
Yeah,
are you smoking? Because you're the one I want to know the opinion of. I don't
exactly.
care how
Because you
I
know what
feel
all the
about
good
it.
stuff is in here.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I could try and pick, and I would probably sit there all day researching every single thing, and it'd just be too overwhelming, you
Yes,
know?
exactly. Yes.
But
Yeah.
that's the important part about having educated bud tenders and educated dispensaries. I know where you are, you probably have a plentiful amount of those, but down here we're really struggling with having like just gas stations deciding to sell THCA. And I'm sorry, but if you walk into a gas station, he's not gonna know what the
No,
fuck kind of terpene you need in order to
no,
get rid of your migraine, you know?
no, 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 definitely not. Also,
So
like,
that's
I
a
don't know.
huge problem
That's
right
very
now.
questionable. So questionable.
Yeah.
It's
Well, and right, because most of those products I've seen are just Delta 8 if you actually research them.
right.
And Delta 8 is terrifying.
Terrifying. Terrifying. Yeah, that's why I just kind of asked, like, what do you like? Because
Yeah.
they're gonna know because they work there and they know what's up.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Awesome. Have you ever interacted with like a strain that you didn't like that left like what do you have like a least favorite strain?
um, I don't necessarily think it was. No, not really. No.
Yeah. I have one that was like the flavor was just so bad I couldn't even finish smoking my eighth that I bought. Like it was called Mr. Nasty and they named it that way for a reason. Like
Why? That's so funny.
I so the funny thing is it was so we in my Discord server we vote on something for me and other people to smoke once a month
Uh-huh.
and that gets kind of shipped. It's THCA products, but that month we voted on Mr. Nasty, and I was like, you guys just wanted me to smoke the worst thing on the menu, didn't you? Like,
But why would they make a thing that tastes like that though? Like
oh, I don't know. That bud was just not it, man.
that's not good. I mean, I've smoked like stuff before from like, the kid down the street or whatever, and it wasn't very good because what was that, but that's why I stopped doing that and started going to places that are more reputable and like know what they're doing.
Yep.
But I will say that experience was when I first started smoking dabs, so I didn't really know like what I was doing. I had no idea. This was like seriously
We
like
all
10
go
years ago.
through that learning curve. Yeah.
Yeah. But now I would never do that. I would just go to people I know because now I got trust issues.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. They're there for a reason. It's always good to have high quality products and know where they're coming from and
Yeah.
that they're coming from a good spot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of all I really had prepared to talk about today. So
Okay.
if you would like to share, I will tag all your socials below, but if you want to just tell everybody where they can find you, how they can order from you, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, my Instagram is just hydro_hippie, and I think there's an underscore after that too. It's really bad that I don't know my handle, sorry. But
No, you're fine. We'll put it in the description as well.
and then I'm also on Facebook too, just facebook.com/hydrohippie. I'm working on getting a website soon, but for right
Oh.
now it's just Facebook and Instagram, and all orders are placed directly through me. So if you don't speak with
Mhm.
me on my Hydro Hippie page or like my Hydro Hippie Instagram or like on my personal Facebook, or I mean, yeah, on my personal Facebook, it's not me. I've actually had somebody
Oh
two people
no.
try to say that they were a Hydro Hippie. So I'm like, no, you're not.
No, that is just Courtney.
Yeah, and if you don't speak directly to me, then it's not you didn't place your order, because that's what someone said too. So I was like, that's very weird. But anyways, that's where you
Yeah,
can
good
find
to
me.
know. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.